800 meters, turn right onto PG Shirki Road. Turn left towards Megapata Kumar Paradise Link Road. In 400 meters, turn right onto PG Shirki Road.
Hey there, friends. So today you have to listen to my GPS a little bit as well. We are going very far on the other side of town today, and by very far I mean a whopping, where are you going to stop right there? Come on. A whopping 10 miles, but it's going to take us about an hour to get there. I'm going out to lunch with some of my ladies today, and I'm taking my dog to a play date with her sister. So my GPS is on, but I do have today on a mobile internet dongle, so hopefully we don't lose connection. But I will also be chomping on a little bit of bread because I'm a little sick to my stomach, but I don't want to cancel on my friend, so for fuck's sake, this guy is so obnoxious.
Turn right onto PG Shirki Road.
Sorry. So today is an absolutely beautiful day. The monsoon has slowly started, meaning it's like afternoon drizzles. It's not a full monsoon, but we are out of the 100 and teens and down into like high
600 meters, turn left at Raskar Chowk.
high 80s, low 90s. Good breezes because the monsoon clouds always bring beautiful, beautiful breezes. So, and this is our last monsoon. The mangoes look good. I hate mangoes. And so people are like, what? How do you hate mangoes? Oh, there goes my camera. Damn it. I was really hoping it would stay up today. I may buy a new one of these on the road if I catch a little guy who sold it to me. Now all you can see is trees. Bravo. I'll fix you once we get stopped here in a minute. You're not missing anything except the side road and this bus that was in such a hurry to get past me and now driving slow like a mofo. Like he sped past me to go over a speed bump.
Turn left at Raskar Chowk onto Beat Emoze.
Yeah!
Shirdi M Nagar, Highway, Megapata Road, Mutwa, Kharadi Road.
You'll have to go off my side effects to understand that, or my sound effects to understand that people are being fucking morons this morning. Alright.
Continue on Beat Emoze Nagar, Pune Road for 800 meters.
I'm gonna get over this bridge and then I'll fix the camera when I'm not gonna kill us. So you get to see my car in my hand for a little while. I know, it's so exciting, isn't it? I should stop the camera, but I'll blow it out your ass. This guy's driving. I wish you could have seen it. He's driving down the middle of the bridge.
300 meters, slide left.
Okay, now we're in a jammy jam, so I can fix the camera. Yay! I'll give it a little lick. I hope you didn't just see my tongue. If you did, I'm really sorry. And we're like super zoomed too. zoom out and try to focus. I don't understand why this program doesn't focus. So, bus Mon Mon. Are you going to see her sister? Are you excited? She gets really excited in the car, and it never fails. I'll take her to the bathroom, and as soon as we get in the car, she has to poop. But she's gonna have to hold it for her car ride. She'll fall asleep here soon. Which is really funny because her sister that we're going to play with vomits in the car, so. Damn it. When it comes down to vomiting or whining over pooping, I'll take whining over needing to poop any day because she won't poop in the car. So this is rush hour.
Slide left towards Guwahati Road, then turn left at Gandhi Chowk.
It is 11:15, and this is when everybody is finally going to work here. Bus.
Turn left at Gandhi Chowk onto Guwahati Road.
I don't even know if you can see right now. I'm hoping I run into the little guy that sells these on the street so I can buy a new one because this suction cup is not
Continue on
working.
Guwahati Road.
Yeah, you can see that's pretty good. Scoot over. Bus here, Runner Bus. Go to sleep. And the thing is there's really nowhere to stop and let her go to the bathroom because pack dogs. So I don't want to get her attacked. So I don't feel like fending off a wild pack of dogs. When we leave here, I have to work. Speaking of dogs, I have to do a lot of work with her because she's been attacked by a few stray dogs. So she's a little nervous around dogs sometimes, and she's not very trusting of men because a lot of men in our society like security guards. She hates the security guards because they throw things at her or they always act like they're going to hit her. So she has some small anxiety issues that we couldn't train out of her. But she's a good dog. Rescues are amazing. So, anywho-y. Look at all the flowers in the back of this. This is one thing I will miss about India, is all the fresh flowers. There's garden centers everywhere. And you can buy fresh flowers. So I buy fresh flowers for our house. And then one day I bought like 2 dozen roses, and it was like $5. And they're beautiful. You can buy like fresh cut orchids and lilies. And, oh, damn it. It seems to me whenever I take a bite of my bread, my camera goes down. Come on, guys.
In 200 meters, turn right onto North Main Road.
So this area is called Mandwa. If you watch my other videos, you know that. We're getting ready to go through Corrigan Park. If you're watching these and you're wondering, yes, I am driving myself. You're moving to India with the company. Chances are there will be a clause in your contract saying you're not allowed to drive yourself. And this is why. I guess douchebag. I've got the light to turn, so he comes from the wrong way to turn.
Continue on North Main Road for 3 kilometers.
And there's a guy next to me. Ramona, you really need to stop. Here, eat some bread. Eat some bread. No? Okay. This sign up here, Balawadi High Street, is actually where we're going. So the other side of town is really popular with expats as well, on Banner, Pashan. And it tends to have bigger houses because it's being developed. Bungalows, things like that. But it's farther away from the core center of town. Or like the hip area, like where we are right now, Corrigan Park. But it's developing into like a really beautiful area. Ramona. Balawadi High Street looks like a European strip center full of restaurants and little things like that. For the architecture, it's really pretty. So the really cool thing about Pune is when I first came here 6 years ago, the guys in the company had been here for 8 to 10 years. There was nothing. The stuff on my right wasn't here. This mall on my right wasn't here. There's no center median here. This road wasn't paved half the time. Restaurants, like, there was no branding in a restaurant. So, like, restaurant decor was not a thing, so you never got, like, ambiance. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. And now it's becoming, like, cute and trendy. So Pune was, like, a really small, almost like a village. And then with all the international business, because it is close to Mumbai, but obviously cheaper than Mumbai. Mumbai is insane for price. A lot of international businesses decided to set up in Pune. When I came here 6 years ago, I rarely saw another white person. Rarely, as in twice in 4.5 months. But now it's growing, and a lot of that is there's like a lot of expat clubs in town that coordinate and put people together and introduce people. Why are you honking at me? I can't go anywhere. This rickshaw driver behind me has like super bloodshot eyes, so he's clearly fucked up. He's like honking at me to move, like, where can I go? So if you ever wonder why taxi drivers in New York City honk so damn much, come to a place like India, and this is just how you drive. Like, you can drive in India without brakes, no problem, but if you don't have a horn, big problem. Yeah. I'm trying to fix this while we're stopped. Oh, so, of course now. Oh, fuck yourself. Fuck off. So see this douchebag in this van? He's just gonna come in and start cutting people off. But we've all been biting. What the fuck is wrong with you? I really hate people here. I'm not even joking, like, I really can't wait to live somewhere with rules and regulation. Maybe not so much even rules and regulations, but just common sense about driving. Like, people here are so dangerous in the way that they drive. Like that guy that passed in front of us and cut me off back there, that big van, he was behind me. He was one car behind me. So concerned about getting one car in front of me, and now see he's here on the left. He's not going anywhere. But just the idea of having to get in front of people. And now this dude in the Scorpio wants to go left from the right-hand lane. Like, little things like this could make things flow so much easier in this country if people just drove with common sense. Like, you don't get in the left-hand lane to turn right, even if getting in the left-hand lane means you're 5 cars in the front. And this is why it takes an hour to go 10 miles. But see what a jackass this guy is over here on the left? And he has a yellow plate, so he's a paid driver. He's a commercial driver, and he's like running up on carts. And so if you have a contract where you can't drive yourself and you have to have a driver, make sure you get a good driver, because when you're stuck with one like that, like I have had a driver who would drive like 50 kilometers an hour down tiny narrow roads.
In 200 meters, turn right.
Or like little like walled alleyways.
Cart road.
I'm not there yet. I can't turn right onto Burning Cat Road. So anytime anybody is being super crazy, like this guy over here, I usually just let them go. It's not worth my life or anybody else's life because they're stupid. But anyway, pick your
600
drivers
meters,
carefully.
turn left.
So this is Corrigan Park, North Main Road. All of these side shoots on my left are a bunch of cafes, restaurants. The Osho Meditation Resort is here on the left. If you like Osho, his ashram is here. Fucking people. Okay, I'm about to give up with the camera because between stupid people. So we're at Starbucks.
Turn left after June Square Mall on the left onto Fulinagar Road, Goregaon Park Road, then make a U-turn at Wimbledon Road.
Go that way. I don't like going that way.
Make a U-turn at Mangaldas Road.
This wants to take us through a really back area, which could be fun, but I want to try to meet the guy who sells these little cameras. Oh, please. I think it's just so hot right now that it won't hold the camera, even though it's not like that hot. But
In 500 meters, use the right 2 lanes to turn slightly right onto Fulinagar Road. In 600 meters, use any lane to turn left and Old Martel Chalk. Use any lane to turn left and Old Martel Chalk onto Ahmednagar, Pune Highway, Band Garden Road.
sleep. Sleep, Boo, sleep. Shh. Looks like it's gonna rain today. To where the guy sells these. And hopefully he's there. Ramona bus, enough. Bus, You boo boo bus. Oh, I bet she wants the window down. See? I could have totally hit that guy. This is going to be the longest video ever if you're watching this, with how many times it keeps dropping. And it's even set against the dashboard, so that way it doesn't fall too far. That way it keeps some of the vibrations out. But hopefully my little friend is up here selling. I don't see anybody today. This area is called Shivaji Nagar. So we're close to the old city. We're getting ready to cross one of the rivers. Pune is often called Two Rivers. So like our Harley store is called Two Rivers Harley Davidson, because we have the Mula and the Mati River. And yes, I have licked this many times. So we're getting ready to go behind Pune Railway, which is the main railway station here. So of course there's local stations, but this is the main station that like if we take the train to Mumbai, or really that's the only place we take the train, we come on the other side, but we pick it up from here. The area, of course, is always chaotic, so you can catch like trains anywhere in India. Sorry guys, I'm eating bread. My stomach is just wham. There's an ambulance. So that's what our ambulance is. So funny story. My husband is 6'5", and he broke his face playing football. Soccer for all my American followers, playing a game back where we started the drive back in Nagarpata. He broke his face, and they had to cram his ass into one of those. They like shut the door on his legs and all kinds of stuff. It's kind of funny. It's not funny, but the poor guy is so tall. I don't want to put down all the windows. There's an overpass up here, and I don't know if I take the overpass or the other road. Let me see. Looks like I take the overpass. Okay. My husband's so funny. He loves jazz music. It always makes me giggle a little bit when I get in the car and the jazz is in. He loves Mariah Carey, Shakira, and jazz music. Those are the 3 CDs we have in the car. Yes, we have CDs. It's a 2011, but CDs were the thing here even back in 2011. This car next to me, I wish you could see him. Like, there's no concept of space here in anything. And these people won't go straight. Assholes. The beggar knocking on my door. I'm not going to give him anything. That was easy. That just took a flick of the hand. Utter chaos. This is an intersection. See how slow that poor van has to drive because of all the people, all the two-wheelers? I'm glad we're coming to this side today, even though the camera's been a little annoying because it won't stay in the window. You get to see a lot today. And of course people behind me are honking like I can go right now. Right here it always gets a little tricky. I've seen so many accidents right here because it goes from like what's considered a 3-lane road here down to this squeeze, so it always gets squeezed out, and like this I-10 is just going to drive down the middle of the road. And I mean, in a way, the chaos is beautiful.
300 meters, turn left.
For the most part, it works. But on the other hand, it's crazy. It's very overwhelming sometimes. I may get a little extra dramatic for these videos. Dramatic flair just for you.
Turn left after staying back of
See, like, look at that guy on the scooter just cutting me off. Man. I don't know if you can, I have my sunglasses on, so I can't see the screen well. I don't know if you can see the colonial buildings on the left and right, the old colleges here left over from the British colonial. Since Pune was a small town, we have one of the best climates in all of India. So typically, like if you ever look at a map, we are like the coldest city, and our hill stations we're in the mountains. I mean, like obviously we're not Himalayas, but in our state, Maharashtra, we tend to have one of the best climates. Yikes! Look at this. So anyway, the British, when they were in Mumbai, would come to Pune for winter. Because winter here is actually really hot. Summer is really hot. So if I was to go straight, it would take us into an area called Deccan Gymkhana and Ferguson College area. And this is J.M. Road, Jungli Mahar something road. Which, if you're ever here during Ganesh Festival, this road gets shut off. And it's all the Ganesh festivals all the way to an area called Lakshmi Road, which is the old city. And now comes the joy of trying to squeeze my way right to make my turn. So it is now 11:18, and we are still in morning rush hour. I really wish that they would make two-wheeler lanes. Like, this girl just cut me off and then she's not even going anywhere. Now I need to get over and I can't because of this rickshaw. Now there's a dude on my right trying to come to the left. I have a bus about to hit me on the back. Now there's a big minibus. Shut the fuck off! Oh my god, this minibus is about to hit me. Yikes. This is why I have anxiety in India and why I hate going out. Like, this country, like, you either come here and you love it or you hate it.
200 meters, turn left and open the board shop.
It is definitely not my happy place, and it has done really bad things to me. And I go out in public and I get really bad anxiety, and then I get sick to my stomach. See, people just like fly out of driveways onto the road without even looking. And of course, since I'm a foreigner, if I hit anyone, forget it. So this car in front of me, this
300 meters, continue straight past Tech and Multi-Specialty High-Ticket Hospital.
I'm gonna get squeezed out by all of these bikes. Have no concept of turning around cars. They just flood. I mean, it's like a flood. Like when you're in a car, you're like a brick in a moving stream. I'll be on this road for hopefully a little while. This is Ganesh Kend Road. I don't know if you saw that pink car on the left there, that bus. It was called Toilets for Her. Their initiative is putting up toilets for women because there's public toilets in India, but it's estimated only 30% of the population in India has a toilet. And of that 30% that has access to a toilet, the other 70% has to use public facilities, pay facilities, and of those pay facilities, there's only like 20% for women. So women don't have toilet facilities here. So there's an initiative for Toilets for Her, and then there's also an initiative, our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, part of his campaign to get elected was that he was going to put a toilet in every house in India. Because it's 2017 and people in one of the most growing, booming economies in the world don't have sanitation. And I think if I was ever going to go back into charity work, NGO work, or like a social economics type of thing, I would work for sanitation. Living here has really changed my mind. We travel Asia very frequently. We luckily have been able to go to 3, sometimes 4 countries a year. We've traveled Malaysia, Thailand, Sri Lanka, Cambodia, tons of places very frequently. Never seen anything like the toilet situation in India. Public toilets, forget it. Just forget it. Even in the malls, like the nice mall, one time I saw the maid dipping the mop into the toilet to wipe the floors. And so I never went back to the mall toilet. For fuck's sake, I can't move if the cars in front of me don't move. Like the light turns green and people 20 cars back think that they should already be through the light the moment it turns green. Things like that, I can't wait until like they have to put up safety flags for putting water. He's a water tanker, so he's filling water like supply lines. So of course the supply line is in the middle of the fucking highway because of course it should be. I swear by the time I get to my friend's house, I'm gonna be sick again. This is an excessive day. Like sometimes it's really not this bad. If I would have came the back way, we would have came out there, and I didn't want to do it because the back way sometimes is a little sketch. But now I'm wishing that I would have. Maybe we'll go that way home.
In 200 meters, keep right to continue along the route to University Flyover.
I should, if I'm correct, just stay on this road all the way until I get to her turn.
Keep right at the fork. Continue along the road for 3 kilometers.
Yeah, good. So this is on Bana Pashan area, which is where a lot of the other expats live. And this side of town tends to be a little bit more affordable than our side because it's a little bit farther out. And as you can tell, even though it's only kilometers, it's harder to get into the city. So one mistake a lot of expats make is when they come to Pune, they think, oh, it's only 5 kilometers into Corrigan Park where all the fun things are. And then that 5 kilometers takes you 45 minutes because of the traffic we've just been through. So, you really have to weigh your options as to how often you'll go out. But like I said earlier, this side of town is really, really developing, and it's really beautiful. There's a lot of greenery. I hate seeing the trees when they've fallen over. I'll tell you a story about that in a minute. But there's a lot of greenery. The streets, you can already tell there's a big difference in the, just even the way the streets look here. They're beautiful. And there's a lot of army things over here, army parks, etc. Military parks, some type of testing zone. So this side of town is really quite beautiful. I think it's cleaner, a little bit more peaceful. There's greenery. The air over here is cleaner too. Where we live, Nagarpata, it's a city within a city. It's close to everything, but it's also in an industrial area. And so the amount of dirt and pollution that we have over there is crazy. So like my friend here will have perfectly blue, clear skies, and my skies sometimes will be so hazy from pollution and dirt that I can't even see the end of my society. We've had days where the air pollution is so bad that by lunchtime it felt like you were walking on sand inside of my house. So that's something else if you're coming to Pune for work. felt guilty about having a maid, but I have to sweep and dust my house in the morning, and then he comes at 3:30 until 4:30 or 5, and he wet mops my house and wipes everything down as well. If you go days without dusting or wiping down your house, you'll have a labor equivalent to like 2 weeks in the US. And then you have to think you're breathing all of that in all the time too. Okay, so the story about the big tree. So there's this restaurant in Kalyani Nagar, which is back the other way in some of my other videos, that we love, called Marrakesh. It's Lebanese, like kebabs, and it's absolutely freaking delicious. It's just a small kind of like hole in the wall in the corner of the Bridge Road. Like, so if you're coming down Corrigan Park main road and you cross the bridge in Kalyani Nagar, it's just that way on a corner. And we used to go all the time. And in the monsoon, when monsoons come, what these restaurants do that have a large patio businesses is they just put like corrugated sheets of metal up for monsoon roofs. And we got there after a movie, and it was really busy. So let's sit at